Hello and welcome back to some more Assassin's Creed Odyssey. In our last episode, we managed to make our way all the way up to Isu Knowledge Sequence number 2. And we also managed to forge our very own Isu Blade. Very fancy. And when we left off, I believe we were going to head over to this Doma over here in order to try to complete this quest. Find and talk to Gadirios, one of the infamous archons of Atlantis, needing Discaste's help to solve his unrelenting problem he had with restless humans. Alright, so let's go ahead and head over there and see if we can head him out. Is there a Bale of Hay? Is there a Bale of Hay down there? Let's see. Ooh, look at this. Nice leap of faith to start off the episode. Alright. Let's go ahead and try to scout this out a little bit. Looks like this is like a... There's many levels to this structure here. As far as Gadirios himself, I'm not really sure where we might find him. It says he's working in the eastern part of Moses Ring. It says the events are occurring in the Doma. It does not say that he is here, so I wonder if he might be in a different location. But either way, I think we can try to head into the Doma and try to complete some of the objectives. Alright, let's see. Looks like they might have some lions guarding the area. This lion, I don't know if he's gonna be aggressive towards me or not. I'm kind of curious, where is the guy we need for the quest? Let's see. Failed experiment 1 of 4. Oh, that's weird. We were in a cave before that where we had failed experiments 2, 3, and 4. We never found 1, but it turns out 1 was here the entire time. Let's see. I'm writing down all that transpired, lest it be forgotten. I have given the full report to Eta. Looking back, I may carry some of the blame, but it only came to pass because of him. Not long ago, Ada showed me an underground area I never knew existed. As he opened the hidden entrance, what first struck me was the stench. It spewed from the enclosure, and even the fresh air, it overwhelmed me. As we descended and my eyes adjusted to darkness, I saw one larger room and 8 smaller ones, all completely enclosed and separate. Ada showed me that within each was a human, 4 male, 4 female. They spent their entire lives here. He explained that the only way to perform his tests was to have specimens who knew nothing of the outside world. They would ultimately and suddenly be shown all they never knew existed. I respected the foresight required for such an experiment, but I now see how flawed it was. Okay, that's quite bizarre. Still undecided whether or not whether I want to try to infiltrate or whether I want to try to figure out where this Gadirios character is. It says he's in the eastern part of the Porimos Ring. So it feels like he should be around here somewhere, but Let's go ahead and try to infiltrate and see if that gets us any closer to our answers. All right. One down. I guess we'll go for the rush assassin here to try to not wake them up. Yeah, all three of these guys. And looks like the pole mark is headed this way. Let's see if we take him out. Yeah, he did a good amount of damage to him. There we go. Yeah. Got a lot of assassin damage in our... Oh, this is one of the armor pieces. This is one of the full marks that has the armor pieces. I did not know that. Let's just hop over here. Take this guy out. Then lure this guy out. Try to get him.
What are you doing?
And we can go ahead and scan the data cache. And destroy the torches. There's one. There's two. And then there's one more treasure to loot. Oh, shoot. One more guard. Oh, well, I guess we have been spotted. Go ahead and hastily dispatch of him. Just try to climb up this wall. Grab this treasure chest up here. Okay. So that didn't really get us any closer to figuring out where Gadiros is. So I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to try to wander around here a bit, and maybe Icaros will be able to sniff something out. Ah, okay, here we go. Yeah, on the map I saw this kind of little amphitheater area over here, and the name of the quest was Crowd Pleaser, so I figured maybe this might lead us down the right path.
An arena seems like a strange place to find an Archon.
Appears to be in the arena. This is not a restricted area, so we can just walk up to him and talk, I believe. And hopefully these guys won't be hostile toward us.
Ah, the Castis! Thank the stars. I was beginning to lose all hope.
Atlas said you needed help.
You don't understand the responsibility on my shoulders. It's my job to concoct entertainment for the masses. But I fear the crowd have grown bored of my grand spectacles.
I've seen some good plays. And some bad ones.
We need more than a simple play. If the audience leave my shows bored and restless, who knows what they'll start plotting?
You think they'll become violent?
My purpose is to keep them preoccupied so they can't be violent.
Very interesting. Seeing a lot of parallels between this place and the other one, Prophet Stephanie's realm. What was it called? Elysium, where like everyone's just pretending everything's perfect instead of it actually just being perfect. Let's see. I don't think distractions are going to solve any problems.
From their problems will only work for so long.
I misspoke. I've seen what these humans are capable of, given the chance. I'm not distracting them, merely keeping them happy.
So give the people what they want.
What they want, yes. Yes! I can hear the cheers now! The
Oh my
legendary
gosh.
Justice Alexios
Tell me he's
takes
not
on
going to throw
Atlantis'
me into the
finest
arena.
warriors. You must take part in my next event!
Sounds like a pancration. I can definitely help with that.
Pancration?
Not exactly. But I was inspired by your efforts in Elise. I know you'll do an exemplary job entertaining the crowds as you did then. If we pull this off, we'll be the talk of the city.
It's worth a try.
Alright, well, let's see what this guy has in store for us.
Welcome, welcome all to yet
gosh.
another miraculous show here in our beloved city. Tonight we
Go ahead and open with our battle cry of Ares. Whoa! Huh, I guess that hit me right when I got out of my immunity frame or something. That was a bit surprising. I thought I was invincible. Oh, what the heck? It put me all the way back here.
I should be extra careful in this area.
Alright, here we go. Take two.
Welcome all to yet another miraculous show here in our
Try to focus on the big guy in the middle here. Okay.
Our valiant hero's next challenge fast approaches. A champion bested by none in the city. No mercy, no guilt. Will this be too much for even the Dicastis to overcome?
Guess we'll see. Who is this? It's just the arena champion. Let's try to combine our new ability with the Wrath of Ares. See if this allows us to get any oh well, he fell out of the circle, so I guess that doesn't help us too much. He didn't even get crits there. And Hirschek still did a lot there. Let's go in for one more hero strike. I think that should do it. Do we get to unmask who this champion is, or?
Been bested. Our mighty Dicastis is victorious and the crowd have spoken. But will he show mercy? Or will he spill the blood we want?
What?
If you don't appease the crowd, I fear what Gyros will
Who is
do.
this? Is this
It was an honor to fight you, Dicastis.
sounds a little bit like Brasidas. I kind of want to know who it is. I don't know. Listen, we're supposed to be in a land of peace. I think we should preach mercy over
You don't deserve
vengeance
to die.
or
Just
violence.
for losing.
Our merciful Dicastis has passed judgment. But do not dismay. Our champion lives to fight another day for you, the audience. And here we are, the end of today's event.
I thought we were gonna
Next
unmask
to
him and
face
find
our
out that he was someone that
Dicastis'
we knew,
judgment,
but I guess
the
not.
very scum that taints our city.
By the gods. What is this?
For the good of Atlantis, today bear witness to the guilty and condemned given one final chance at
what?
redemption. They will be honored to die at the hands of our guest.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and politely decline. What on earth have I gotten myself into here?
Doing this. Fear not, friends. We will make sure justice is delivered. Well, that was an unmitigated disaster.
You said fight, so I fought.
The problem is that I didn't say fight. I said be as entertaining as possible.
But I think we should entertain them with schools of thought rather than pure violence and senseless fighting. I think these games... I'm gonna go ahead and say they should be put to stop.
This won't help the relations between your people. The humans will see what's going on eventually.
The games have failed. The humans are restless, and it's only a matter of time before they make their own entertainment.
I feel like
Their hunger
if
for
the games are
violence is
carried out with like all
insatiable.
this violence, I feel like it would
Just
only make
need
them
to keep
more
surprising
restless,
them.
though.
Think like a human, not an Isu.
That's what I tried to do. But you showed the criminals mercy, and the crowd reacted as I expected.
Killing people who can't defend themselves isn't entertainment. It's slaughter.
That's
Their
what I'm
sacrifice
saying.
helps us keep the peace and maintain order. Or it would have if you played along.
What are you saying, Adiros?
That my grand experiment has failed. There's nothing left to be done but start again and try for better results. The arena must be cleared.
I feel like I might be missing something here.
It's madness.
Yeah, I feel like I'm... I know I had a previous video where someone commented saying that I should go with the Isu people. Kind of like go after their ideas and
That's one Archon
see
helped.
what comes of
I
them.
hope they're not
I don't
all
know.
this intense.
That one just seemed cruel though, so I'm not sure if that one is the same story. Let's see. What are we gonna do now? I think we should head over to this Horus repository. Maybe we will find another ingot and be able to upgrade our weapon. Yeah. And then once we're done there, we can try to scout out these areas over here. Alright, here we are at the Horus repository. Go ahead and scout out a bit. Ooh, yes, looks like there is some adamant ingots in there, which we will gladly accept. Alright, let's go ahead and make our way in.
Got to be careful not to get spotted.
Try to sneak in. Get this guy. Seems like a lot of guards here. Keep going. Let's go for the rush assassin here. Go ahead and scan the cache. Oh shoot. Go ahead and do this. Right. Looks good. We managed to not awaken the statues. That's always good. So what we got here. Codex. Before I banned him from Atlantis. Wait, what is this? Ada the Great Mind. Before I banned him from Atlantis, Ada was... Oh, this is written by Poseidon. So this is Poseidon speaking. Okay. Before I banned him from Atlantis, Ada was one of the greatest minds of the Illuminite cult, second only perhaps to his brilliant partner Juno. Ada was a force of good in numerous schools of scientific development, including biological research, planetary exploration, and energy efficiency, beginning his journey by helping to develop Wings of Hermes. Ada ensured the security gateways made life safer for all of us. Yes, Wings of Hermes. I was trying to remember what that is. That's the elevators that takes us up and down. Okay. As he worked under the School of Consus, Ada was pivotal in developing new and advanced medical technology still used today. However, due to his refusal to stop human experimentation, Ada was banished back to Phaeon. To my knowledge, his genius has produced no new revelation since, though if directed properly, his great mind will continue to innovate for better or for worse. Very interesting. Let's go ahead and continue our plunder of this library or repository or wherever we are right now. And slip in here. Grab this loot. Back over here. I think we've taken out just about all the guards. I think it's just this one left. Let's go ahead and get him. Let's go ahead and clean up the rest of the objective. Let's go ahead and grab this ingot down here. And that will let us go craft... Oh, we can craft another weapon. I thought we were upgrading the one we already had. But let's see. Scan the codex. Encrypted message from Thanes. 3 of 4? What the heck is this? Super out of order. Okay. I should be safe for a few moments. Yes, humans weren't obeying Isu and the project was under threat of termination. Fortunately, at this time, new technologies were in development incorporating the incredible properties of a metal known as adamant. I implanted neural controls into the brains of human subjects, which we could then manipulate with our new adamant-powered devices. Okay, well, now I'm starting to get suspicious of these adamant weapons. Very interesting. Hybrid DNA. Okay. I very quickly became the most highly regarded scientist in all of Eden, but this came to an end when I fell in love with a human woman. She was brilliant, beautiful, and so I did the unthinkable. I surgically removed her neural control and we escaped. File end. Okay, so this is referring to Eden. Not Atlantis. That's very interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead and finish clearing out this chamber. Grab this Ostraka. Okay, that's all you... Okay, that was everything for this location. I guess that stuff up there is just a different area, then? Where is it? Come on, let me climb up here. Okay then, whatever. It's fine. Just go the long way around. Oh, we got the mist tower. We missed our crit. Alright, let's go ahead and scan this last one. Let's see what we got here. We were driven from Eden, hoping to find refuge in Atlantis. Despite having to constantly look over our shoulders, I never felt more alive than during my time with my love, especially when we discovered she was pregnant. I never, in my wildest calculations, imagined this to be possible. She had a little girl growing inside her, and she was to be named Eve. But if the girl was named Eve, then who was the mother? Man, this is weird. This was kind of crazy. We both knew that the offspring of human and Isu parents would immediately be confiscated and experimented on. Our situation became even more dangerous. You were to be protected at all costs. Of all humans I helped create, you, Eve, were the most exquisite, most precious. To look into your eyes is to find... They've located me. I must. Okay. Hybrid DNA. Okay. Yeah, so I guess this is the origin of the hybrid DNA that like kind of was passed down through Alexios and Pythagoras, I suppose. Kind of interesting. Go ahead and grab this chest. And let's go ahead and make our way back to the forge. See what we have. See what kind of weapons we can make now. And then we'll head back up to this northern area over here, try to explore some of these. There is actually this over here that we can go to as well. So, let's just start out by heading over to the forge, though. All right, here we are back at the forge. I don't think we can modify the weapon that we already have. So it seems like once they're set, they're kind of set in stone. So let's see which one we're gonna make now. This one looks like some kind of spear or scepter, and this one looks more like a spear, I guess. That one's more of a scepter or a staff. Let's go with the scepter. I'm feeling this scepter over here.
Access granted. Initiating forge protocol. Select preferred weapon configuration.
Yeah, so whatever we choose, we can't undo it. And I think for this playthrough, we're just kind of committed to the assassin damage. So I think assassin is just going to be the best choice. I don't know if it's just going to give us basically a carbon copy of the one we already have, but let's see it. Let's see what happens.
Modification approved. Adding assassin module.
Alright. Isu Forged Mace. Okay, let's see what that is. Just checking our inventory. Assassin damage, 21% damage with mace. Assassin damage applies to nearby enemies. Okay, now that's interesting. So that means whenever we, like, hero strike someone, or whenever we go into Battle Cry of Ares, all of our attacks are going to be AoE? That sounds crazy. Alright, let's go ahead and try that out then. Yeah, that seems nuts. I'm glad we didn't, like, do something weird, like go with hunter damage there or something. Yeah, look at this mace. Alright. Anyway, let's go ahead and make our way. Let's actually head over here first. I think this is going to be another Keeper's Insight, which is going to give us a cool, hopefully a cool ability upgrade for our staff. So let's try to make our way over there. Alright, here we are at the Keeper's Insight. Ooh, there is another adamant ingot in here. Make sure that we collect that. Appears to be quite deep into the cave. Icarus can't quite scout. Gotta get a little closer with him. Okay. Try to get a little bit closer. Okay, there we go. There's the Keeper's Insight, and that should be everything in the cave. Alright, let's make our way in. Try to get this blessing. Maybe we can try out the new special ability on our mace, where we have AoE assassin damage now. That would be pretty cool if we could test it out. Quite an ornate structure. Let's try. Okay, no. I thought the two guys on the right here were like right next to each other. And I was gonna say we could try going in for a an AoE rush assassin. That'd be kind of cool, but I guess we're just gonna have to settle for a normal rush assassinate. Although here, ooh, do we have the AoE here? Let's see. Okay, no, they weren't close enough. Never mind. And I really want to try out the new AoE assassin. I do not want to go in for an attack on the statue. He seems to be minding his own business, so I will not bother. Oh, shoot. I will bother you though. Oh, he woke up. I guess I'll bother him now then. There you go. Yeah, so far we haven't got to test out the AoE assassin damage yet, but we are making our way through this cavern, this cave, whatever you would call this. Who's that up there? It looks big. I'm not sure if it's just like some kind of angle or perspective thing, but let's see. IAOP cycle 44160. Report from Embassies of Atlas. After presenting the Solar Dynamics Observatory's predictions on the plasma release at the summit of the Three Sisters Realms, Hermes, Persephone's... What? At the Three Sister Realms, Hermes, Persephone's high scientist and engineer stormed off. Okay, so Hermes stormed off. Tension between the sister realms is high, but all of Persephone's retinue? Surely Hermes would listen to reason. Our delegation was left appealing to Hades himself. The Mad King seemed almost pleased at the thought of annihilation. So we're left with one king lusting for carnage, a queen who accepts no truth but her own, and the trident king who locks himself away in his tower. It would seem solar instability is the least of our worries. Huh. Very interesting perspective on the whole situation. Let's go ahead and try to grab this insight over here. Go see if it gives us any cool upgrades for our abilities. First, there is a singular guard that stands in our way. Let's see if we can quickly dispatch of him. Ooh, no crit. He's a bit of a tough cookie. Nonetheless, take care of him and interact with this. What are we going to get?
I don't see the world like this before.
Blessing of
It's
Kronos.
all so clear to me now. Like I'm seeing
Oh,
with new eyes.
I guess we got Knowledge Sequence 3 now. Nice. That progressed quite quickly after we got Knowledge Sequence 1 felt like such a drag, but then the rest of them seem to come quite quickly. So, and we have officially hit our level 70 milestone. Hooray, power spike. Alright, let's see what this is. Kronos is it on this? It's on poison? Okay, I'm intrigued. Kronos lends you Isu powers for 15 seconds. Receive 50% more adrenaline when dealing damage. During that time, you are immune to Isu adrenaline drain and freeze attacks. I mean, that sounds relatively good. I think we'll take that. Go ahead and put it up here. And we can enhance. And we will try that out the next time we get into a fight. And now, I guess we will head over... Well, there's still a adamant ingot that we need to grab over here. So let's go ahead and do that first. But then once we're done with that, we'll head over. Look at this northern area of Atlantis. I believe the adamant ingot is up here. It appears that there's a full-blown captain over here. Let's go ahead and try out our new ability, actually. Let's see. Okay, whoa. Okay. I got in a little trouble there, so I wasn't able to try out the new poison ability like I wanted to. Let's go ahead and grab this. Let's go ahead and try to take this guy out. Well, no, the ability still... Yeah, it has a cooldown now. I think when it... Without the enhancement, it has no cooldown. Which is kind of weird. I feel like this is one of the abilities that's actually better without the enhancement, possibly. But we'll try it out a little bit more and see how it goes. So let's go ahead and get out of here. And try to head out to that northern part of Atlantis, see what we can find over there. Alright, here we are. We are at the... We managed to find a Doma of Amphiras, which I think is one of the key locations for one of our quests. Yes. Azaius near the Doma of Amphiras. Okay. This says find and talk with Amphiras. Wait, what? Okay, so it's Amphiras at the Doma of Amphiras. Okay, so he has his own Doma named after him. Must be a pretty special guy.
Caught here.
I guess there's not a super big reason to be
Yeah, you better stay over there.
looting these locations anymore now that we have our fully maxed out knowledge level, but let's go ahead and do it nonetheless. Oh. Missed our crit. You know what? Let's try our yeah, it doesn't poison anymore. It just gives us bonus adrenaline, right? And we're already at max adrenaline. Yeah, the enhanced version of this seems kind of bad, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I might actually downgrade that back to the normal poison version of it. Go ahead and see if we can get a rush assassinate off here. We have inadvertently woken up the statue. Right, let's go ahead and scan. And then I guess we can take these out. And oh, there's a third one. Where's the third one? Oh, it's at the tip. Okay. Oh my god. Let's go. Grab this. And grab this. And now we need to track down where this Amphiras fellow actually is. Interrogating. Oh, fortified Doma of. So I'm guessing that's going to be like around here, though. This around here, because this looks like a fortified area. Sure, let's head over there. Alright, it looks like Icaros has picked up the scent of our targets.
This is it.
All the way over there. Man. Let's go ahead and talk to him. Let's try to keep an open mind about the Isu Palace that's going into this one. I say as he seems to be torturing a beggar.
Let him pass.
Oh gosh. Well, so much for keeping an open mind. Oh gosh. I tried to give him a chance, and this is how they're.
If this is how you
This is how
treat
they meet
humans,
me.
I can see why you need so many guards.
These aren't humans. They are animals. An animal should be in cages.
Okay, again, remember, open mind, open mind.
I'm sure everything you do isn't without reason. But if you didn't call them animals, you might get a better reaction.
A human did this to me while I slept. When they came to kill
That a
me,
burn?
I survived. But they slaughtered my daughter like an animal. Humans don't act with logic or reason.
Good or bad, they are driven by a will to survive.
A trait we implanted to ensure efficiency. But that will become a kindled flame of insurrection. You led a rebellion yourself in Elysium. So I know you understand. If we don't act, the city will burn and many more lives will be lost.
I don't see an army marching on Poseidon.
This one said they plan to launch an attack. Someone needs to destroy the resistance before that happens.
That's not a small request. Despite what you think, all humans aren't a threat.
It is the only path I see. But you are the Dicastis. Only you can choose the correct course of action.
So there's an uprising against Poseidon. I don't know. What do I do here? I felt like I said I was going to keep an open mind. There's an uprising against Poseidon. Destroying the supplies might just fuel their flames, right? That's how I should be thinking about it. So therefore, I should kill the leaders, and that way there will be no
the one spreading the message. The rest will
stomp
lose
out the
interest.
flame of rebellion
Interesting
altogether.
theory. Perhaps you are right. If the leaders are removed, the rest may see the error of their opposition.
Yeah,
Just
I
leave it to
agree.
me. I'll send a message they won't forget.
Very well. You'll find the traitorous humans at an abandoned farmstead. Return to me when the situation is resolved.
Alright, where are we headed? Just a little bit to the northeast. Let's see. Maybe we'll get to use our cool new... And actually, before we go into this, let me just double check something real quick. Make sure I'm reading this correctly. So, for 15 seconds, receive 50% more adrenaline. Immune. Yeah, this just isn't good, is it? Like, it just doesn't seem that good. I think I just revert this. Yeah. Yeah, weird. Anyway, let's continue on. Maybe we'll get to use our cool new AoE assassin damage on this fight here, perhaps. Alright. Try to make our way in.
I should watch my step around here.
Let's just go for the critical here. Take out this guy. no, missed the crit. I do like using maces though, just a heavy blunt weapon. Pretty clean. Oh, whoops. Guess I've alerted the army. Alright, let's see.
The leader's dead. The resistance is over.
Yeah, you can see the AoE a little bit of it there. Pretty cool. Was that all of them? What is this? Oh, these are just supplies. Okay. Guess let's go ahead and grab this. Project Olympus, clearance required. Human will proving what? Human will proving difficult. Current genetic combinations unstable. Access restricted. Project Olympus, identification required to continue. Okay. Great. So apparently they're having trouble with free will. Okay. Let's report back to Amphiris. See if any good has come from our squelching of the rebellion.
Vicastis, I'm glad to see you return safely. I almost considered sending a regiment of my guard after you.
I wasn't gone that long, was I?
You can never be too careful when dealing with violent humans. Come, tell me, has the resistance been quashed?
I killed the leaders. With them gone, their movement is dead.
A sound strategy. But I fear the problem exists at the heart of humanity itself. Another leader will rise eventually.
See, that was my thought when I was first considering whether to kill them or not, but I kind of talked myself against it. I was like, oh, if I kill them, someone else is just going to take their place. I'm like, nah, maybe the kills will like scare them into not rising up. But now I don't even know if I made the right decision. Great. Let's see. I guess I have to justify my actions, right? Isu have nothing to fear.
Trust them, but the humans will never challenge the Isu directly. You are like gods to them. You must see that.
It is an illusion we have tried to nurture already. But it won't last. However, for now you've done what was needed.
Okay. I'm not sure how pleased I am with that resolution.
Just one more Archon to go. Maybe I should just do their jobs too.
Alright. Let's see. I think looking at the time on this video, that is going to be a good point to call it quits. We did a lot this episode. We managed to hit knowledge level 3. We upgraded our staff a little more, and we managed to squash a rebellion against Poseidon. Next time, I suppose we'll probably have to infiltrate this fortified Doma over here, but then once we're done with that, we will be able to track down this last Archon and fulfill our quest with Atlas and continue our journey throughout Atlantis. And we will also be able to get this last Keeper's Insight over there. Hopefully it will be a bit better, a bit less underwhelming than the one we got in this episode. But yeah, I think there's going to be plenty to look forward to. I'm excited for it. So join us next time as we continue to conquer all of Atlantis. See you guys then.